you're of a certain age, the Jetsons likely shaped your view of the future and how technology would touch every part of our lives. In many ways, that future is now, and Medtronic, a company that's been in Minnesota for 3/4 of a century this year, is among those leading the way. Recently, I had a chance to sit down with the CEO of Medtronic to talk about the company's past and its future, a future that includes a new invention he says will be even bigger than its famous pacemaker.
This year, Medtronic, the world's largest medical device company, is celebrating its 75th anniversary.
A couple years ago launched.
So it's fitting that its CEO, Jeff Martha, started our conversation talking about this particular device.
Here it is. It's tiny, and this is the whole thing right here.
That is the latest iteration of the pacemaker, the medical device that put Medtronic on the map. Its inventors, Earl Bakken and his brother-in-law, likely wouldn't recognize today's version. It has changed so drastically from that first battery-operated device that the two created in a Minneapolis garage.
What has that meant to Medtronic as a whole, that one product?
Well, that one product, it's not just Medtronic, it's the medical technology industry, which is huge. Minnesota is a hub, the hub for medical technology in the world. And it all got started with that pacemaker. It started Medtronic, it was the first medical device, it started the whole medical technology industry.
That one device helped take Medtronic from a company that recorded its first quarter profit at $8 to one with an annual revenue of $33 billion. As transformational as the pacemaker was, Martha believes a new Medtronic procedure, just approved by the FDA, will be even bigger. It's called Symplicity, and it treats high blood pressure in some cases without drugs. In the outpatient procedure, a doctor inserts a metal tube near the kidneys and uses radio frequency energy to deaden the renal nerves, which lowers blood pressure.
And you walk out of there and we're seeing double-digit decreases in blood pressure, which is massive. Just 3 or 4 points will reduce your risk of heart attack or stroke by 20–30%.
When you consider that fully 30% of adults worldwide have high blood pressure, you can understand why Martha believes Simplicity's success will far surpass that of even the pacemaker.
We're saying it's a $100 billion market opportunity, and just 1% penetration is $1 billion of revenue for us.
Medtronic is also innovating treatments for AFib, or atrial fibrillation, a common condition in older people.
That can cause some bad things like stroke, and we have a good solution for that in these ablation technologies.
And their continuous glucose monitor that treats diabetes is getting very close to mimicking a healthy pancreas, keeping patients' blood sugar in a healthy range more than 90% of the time.
That next generation that will get there, hopefully 100%.
Which isn't just good for the company. Martha argues it's good for the entire state.
Med tech is an important industry, both for their health care, but also to drive growth for the economy.
Is it hard to attract the technology segment of talent to Minnesota?
I think there's a story that needs to be told, right? I didn't grow up here, but now this is home. And coming here, I didn't know that story. But when people come to the city, the old adage, it's hard to get people here, but they don't leave.
Just look at the numbers. A company that started with 2 employees is now at 95,000 around the world, 10,000 of them right here in Minnesota. Astonishing growth, but Martha believes with the introduction of artificial intelligence, enhanced computing, and robotics into the medtech space, it's hard to imagine what comes next.
That's putting us at an inflection point. And that's why I'd say the next 10, 20 years will dwarf the last, 100. I think the sky's the limit.
So on this 75th anniversary, of course, so many medtech, this is a medtech hub of the world. So it's exciting to think what's going to happen at that inflection point. So it was an interesting conversation. We appreciate his time.
And competition fuels excellence. So you've got all those companies close to each other. They all know what each other are doing, and they're all trying to kind of figure out what that next thing is, which is going to help everybody.
All of us. That's what's kind of mind-blowing to think about.
I agree with you.
Change treatments so in the near future.
Yeah. Really fascinating.